everyone. So we have everyone's favorite and the most popular and loved choreographer and dancer Anuradha on board with us. So Anuradha, like before we start, one thing that I would love to know, like we would actually love to know about your journey. So
Um, I from childhood, I was not sure that I wanted to be a dancer performer. Actually, I was very confused about what to do. So I knew that I didn't want to do a normal 9 to 5 job, and I wanted to do something different. And I wanted to do something in the media world. For reality shows, I would never have taken that leap of becoming a contestant or coming on in front of the camera because I was very shy. I was very shy about coming on stage and talking on the mic. That was something that I was very sure that I would never do. But it was Terence sir who called me once and said that the ID5 auditions are going on. Why aren't you doing it? And I'd already left the company by then. But he called me and said, you should do it. I said, no, sir, I don't think so. So he said, no, 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 I've already suggested your name and you should do it. So I just took a chance and I thought I wouldn't be selected and all. But it was because of him that I took that chance and I did it. And I'm very thankful that because of him, I am on a show like this. And whatever I am today is because of the company and because of Sir.
wow, that's great. So another stardom is definitely not easy, and no one sees the struggle behind it, right? So we would love to know from your end, what challenges have you faced in your career, and how did you overcome it?
So if you're passionate about something, I think you are okay with facing those challenges. So I was very passionate about dancing and about choreographing and all. So the challenges are a lot, especially timings. We work sometimes 16 hours, 17 hours a day, and more than that also sometimes. We don't get to sleep well. We have to manage family and work. There are a lot of things, actually, a lot. But yeah, so all of us, it's not about me only. Every choreographer that works on a reality show, I really salute them because it's a lot of hard work, and we just do it for the passion. Obviously, the money also, but the passion is a lot, and we are okay with going through that to present something unique to everybody.
Okay, that's great. So as you said that sometimes it's a 17-hour long shift, sometimes the whole day. So I would like to like definitely know, it can be like dance can be sometimes very challenging physically specifically. So how in like managing the work and being a woman, there are a lot other responsibilities that you need to take care of. So how do you manage and keep a balance between the two and still maintain your physical, mental, emotional well-being along with it?
How? Even I don't know. It's going on, but I genuinely don't know how. But it's difficult. I mean, you have to give time to both. It's just like I take one day at a time. That's the only thing that I do. That's all. There's nothing else I think about. Today I have to do this and I have to do this and I have to do this and I make sure I do all of it. So it's no planning, nothing. It's just that I know what are the important things I need to do and I get done with them. So,
great. So just
I
flowing
mean, it's
with the
very difficult. Genuinely, it's very difficult for each one of us. But yeah, it's all worth it.
okay. So I have a one fan question for you. So we would want to know, like you have been part of multiple reality shows, India's Best Dancer, Super Dancer, DID. So who so far has been your favorite judge and why?
Favorite judge? Uh, I think it would be Geeta ma'am and Terence sir, both of them, because I think they've judged me. I mean, they've judged the shows that I've done maximum number of times, and there's a connection because they're also choreographers, so they understand what you're doing. And Terence sir obviously has been my mentor, and I've known him for years now. So for me, he's very special in my life. And Geeta ma'am, because over the years, I think we built a bond. Build a bond. I mean, we don't interact too much after the show or anything, but there is some bond that I share with her. And yeah, these two would be my favorite judges.
I think there's some kind of bond that everyone shares with Geeta ma'am, a lot of people offline also shares some kind of bond with her. Definitely
Yes,
her
yes,
aura is
yes.
like
She
that.
has that personality. She has that aura.
Yeah, yeah. So there's one more thing, Anuradha, that we have been getting a lot of questions in our DM to, they want to know from you. And this has been circulating over a lot of forums and social media as well. People have a, specifically her audience, they have a very strong belief that if he would have continued to be choreographer for Hansvi, she would have been definitely in top 3. What are your thoughts on this?
Uh, I don't think that's the case that if I would have continued, she would have been top 3. Uh, she did well even after I left, and I don't believe all of this. The choreographers that came after that were very, very good. And genuinely, I think she deserved to be in top 3. She's a very, very good dancer, and I had a great time working with her. It was very challenging for me, whatever I did with her. When I first got her as a contestant, I think I was the most shocked because Kathak is not my style. And I know Bharatnatyam, she knows Kathak. And for a Bharatnatyam dancer to do Kathak is very difficult. And for a Kathak dancer to do Bharatnatyam is very, very difficult. So I knew that this was going to be a big challenge, but I also knew that it will be different from what I have done in the past. So I took it up, and because I knew it was going to be a challenge, I think I worked extra hard. And so the results also showed that way that, I mean, our acts, I think, were very, very good. According to me, I think it was one of the best seasons I've had. Uh, but even after that, I've seen her acts, they were very good. And it was just a matter of luck. It was about voting, and there was a lot of things involved. It was not just the acts. So I think it could have happened even if I was there, it could have happened. It could have been out earlier. I know. Anything could have happened. It's not about which choreographer is with you or anything.
But yeah, mostly like people do have that thought because, you know, two people, the chemistry that you shared, we never got to know offline also that, okay, it's like being so difficult.
Yeah. No, it was not
Chemistry.
difficult as people. To bond as people was not difficult. It was just that the styles were so different that to think about every act in a
Yeah.
particular way, that if we do this, then what do we both do? What style do we do? How do we match each other's bodies? Because our body language was very different from each other. So all that was quite difficult. But as people, I think we bonded quite fast, and we still share that bond. We still are interacting with each other. We are in touch. So that was not a problem.
And we definitely love that chemistry. So, Anuradha, as you shared, like for a 1 minute act or a 2 minute act, there is a lot and a lot that goes behind the scenes, right? So, we definitely would love to know, like, what as an artist, the environment you guys are being given so that you can give out your best.
So the process is actually it's quite layered. So we are given a theme, and we have to think about what kind of act we would do on that theme. Then that has to get approved. After that, what song we are doing, post that costumes and edits and props. So there are a lot of teams that we interact with. There's a lot of managerial work also apart from just choreographing the act. And so I think there are a lot of layers as to what we are actually doing. It's not about only dancing, dancing, dancing. There's a lot of thought that goes behind it, a lot of time that goes behind it, a lot of effort. And for me, it's always that whenever I get a theme, the first thing that comes into my mind is how do we make it look different? Like I work with my partner who is Ajinkya, and we both sit and we think, okay, ये theme दिया है, तो मैं अभी क्या करे जो ये अलग दिखे, that the judges say, oh, इसका interpretation ये भी हो सकता है. It should not be normal, ठीक है ये दिया तो obviously यही करेंगे. This should not be the case. I mean, maximum number of times we try and do that. And yeah, so that is, I think, my main mantra. How do we make this look different, or how do we get the surprise factor, or how do we make the judges think, or the audience think that how did they think like that? This is such a different thing. We would have not thought that. So that's like what we do, what I do at least.
तो उसके पीछे जो आप लोगों को फैसिलिटीज या whatever things you have like you require, जो भी आपको प्रोडक्शन हाउस से वो उतना ही सपोर्ट मिलता है, like what we know, like you give more than your 100%, all the contestants.
Yes.
So what is the kind of support in the environment you guys have been given to get that actually popular in
Yeah,
a
like
very
I said, there are different teams that handle different things. Like there are There's a
Okay.
team that handles costumes. There's a team that handles props. There's an acts team that uh, manages. I mean, they tell us what is required of us, and we have to get everything approved out of them. There's a supervising choreographer who is above all of us, Benny sir, and he guides all of us in what we have to do. So all these shows we've been working with him. So there are a lot of teams that work. It's not only us. A lot of backstage team that works. The camera team, everybody. So I think they all work so efficiently that this whole thing is, runs smoothly, and it's a teamwork only. It's like a film set. How everybody has to function to make a film.
Yeah.
It's the same like that. It's not only about the choreographer and contestant.
Great. Great. So that's a very fun and exciting question. Everyone wants to know about how real are the reality shows?
This question I get a lot. A lot of
That's
people
what I'm
ask me this. Yeah. But it is real. We don't dance in cuts. We don't dance and stop when we want. It is a one take. We do what we can in that one take, and we are judged only on the basis of that one take, and it's very real. So even the stories that you all see, it's actually their lives. I mean, uh, things have happened in people's lives, and that's what they're portraying. So it's not fake. We don't make up things, or I mean, when we cry on stage, we cry on stage. When we laugh, we laugh. We're not told to do that. So
Yeah.
that perception the reality shows are not real is very wrong. We really work hard for this, and it is a competition, and they are quite strict, and it is real. It's not fake, and we're not doing it just to put up a show.
So it's not about fake. I think many people they just say it's scripted.
So what do you mean by scripted? Like the dance is scripted, or what is
No,
scripted? The stories are scripted.
definitely not. The dance not scripted. Sometimes the stories or the ways things are being told. Few things they say they are scripted. That the dance and everything is real. Definitely, it is one take. But people want to know how much it is scripted versus how much it is real. Anything that's
Obviously, it's a
exaggerated.
show. It's a show and which has the shooting limit. We have to shoot and finish the shoot in 10 hours or 12 hours in the day. So we
Definitely.
can't go on and on talking about something. So the story is real. Whatever is happening to the contestant or the choreographer, it is real. But you need to know how much to talk or how much to do. So that might be scripted. Ki this is what you have to say about your life or whatever. But it's not that the story is fake. Obviously, it's scripted. There has to be script to everything. Otherwise, the shoot would just go on and on.
Correct.
So in that way, it is planned. I would say it's planned correctly. And the things that happen around that story or around the contestant's character is planned. But it's not fake. The difference is that
Definitely.
they're
Definitely.
not putting up a story, but it is just planned on how to execute a certain thing.
Definitely. And that's where a lot of teamwork actually comes into picture.
Yes. There is
Yeah,
a team that does that too. So yeah.
definitely. So, Anuradha, I would love to know, like we do see that you conduct a lot of workshops and people get to learn from you. But for a lot of people who are not there, maybe for example, I'm in Delhi and if I want to learn it from you, how is it possible? Please talk more
I had
about
come
your
to Delhi. I had
workshops.
done a workshop in Delhi recently.
So is it
One
are there like
workshop.
regular workshops also for you online?
No, no, there's nothing online as of now, but I would really like to do it in the future. And because of reality shows, I hadn't been taking workshops a lot because it gets really hectic. But whenever I get a break from shows, I would definitely like to take workshops. It's something that I've just started doing and I'm enjoying it a lot. And I'm getting to interact with people. That is the best part. Otherwise, we are so busy in our own circles, interaction becomes very difficult because we
Yeah,
don't get time to go out. So with workshops, this one thing is there that I'm getting to know people, what they think about me, what they expect out of me. So that's really nice, and I'd really like to continue. So whenever there's time between two shows, or something like that, where I have some free time, I would definitely like to take workshops all over India. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I'd really love to talk about some of your upcoming projects.
Okay. See, I would not like to talk about it now since the show is not yet announced. But
Okay.
yeah, there are some shows coming up. There is a reality show that I'm doing, which I've already started working on. So I think in the next 1 week, people will know about it, and I will post it also.
Oh,
So
great.
I think it'll come on TV by December. So yeah,
Okay,
something is in the pipeline.
great. So we are going to see Anuradha once again, right?
Yeah,
Great. So, Anuradha, we'll just start with the very fun rapid fire round.
love rapid fire. Yeah,
Okay, fine.
go ahead.
Fine. Okay, so Anuradha as a performer or a choreographer?
Performer,
Okay. Your dance idol?
dance idol. Actually, there was. I mean, nobody. If you're asking for somebody on screen and all, I don't know. But in Terence's company, there was one person that I really idolized, Bertie sir, Bertwin D'Souza. And for me, he's always been my dance idol. Whatever I know of dancing, I have learned from him. So yeah, for me, he'll always be him.
Wow. So, if you had to pick a theme song for your life, what would it be?
Theme song for my
Life. Anything that resonates very
life.
close to your life. Yeah.
God, theme song for my life. I don't know. I think for me, songs, it has to be some Shah Rukh Khan song, but I can't think of something right now. But yeah, it will be some kind of Shah Rukh Khan song. For different situations, it will be different Shah Rukh Khan songs.
Okay. 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 The next one is very exciting. If not Sampan, who would you think would have won the IBD?
If not Samarpan,
Yeah.
Hansvi. I would always
Oh,
want
wow.
Hansvi to win. So yeah,
That's great. That's great. Okay. So what is the most unusual and unexpected place that you have danced?
unusual place. I don't think there's an unusual place that I have danced. I don't remember. No, nothing unusual as such.
Okay. Okay.
I'll come back to this. If I remember something, I will come back to this
Sure.
question.
Sure. Sure. Okay. If you wouldn't have pursued dance as your profession, then what other profession would have you pursued?
I would have been either a journalist or I think even I think actually it's anything in films also, like a director, assistant director at least, obviously to start something in films for sure because I like to be on a film set and or a food critic because I love eating. So that also would be my option.
Okay, we got to know the new side of Anuradha. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. A dance moment that gave you goosebumps.
A dance moment that gave me goosebumps. I think when we did the not dance moment, but the moment that I had after the recent the act that I did with Hanspi and Arshia, the Saptar.
Yeah.
There's an act that we did, the Saptar, and the response uh, that I got after that from the judges and from everybody else. That was one moment which was really really special. Also, the one that we did after the reverse horror act with Jayashri. I mean, I didn't know it was so huge, but the way that people responded to that, the way judges and everybody responded was quite shocking. So for me, that was unreal.
I think that was very, very outstanding act because if you could say like over social media also, it was like you were flooded with comments for that act.
Yeah.
It is so nice.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 must-have skills for being a choreographer.
I think good managerial skills for sure. Need to know how to manage a lot of things. Innovation. Have to be innovative. I think even time management has to be done right. Time management has to be done right for sure. But most important for me is innovation more than anything else. How you will do things differently is how
I think
good
you
you are.
answered it so brilliantly, Anuradha. This was such a brilliant answer. And I think not specifically to being a choreographer, to being any very successful, I think these 3 key factors which you have just spoken about, I think these are the major factors. If you lack in any one of them, definitely it's not going to be out of the box. I think that's very well thought of answer. I just like appreciate that. Okay, Anuradha, who do you think is the next one, and who would you challenge someone else to take up this rapid fire after Anuradha? Maybe anyone from dance fraternity?
Vartika. Vartika.
Vartika. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
She's very
One of
bad at
my
answering
favorite
such
choreographers.
questions because she's always diplomatic and she'll say, oh, both, oh, this also. So, Vartika. We
But
always ask her questions and she finds it very difficult to answer. So, yeah.
Anuradha, thank you so much. You took out a
Thank you
time
so
from
much.
your busy schedule and gave us an opportunity, and specifically to multiple people who are actually looking out for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. I've got to talk so much about, I've never spoken so much about my life and my career and also I also got a chance. So I'm really, really thankful to you. It was nice.
Thank you so much. We're definitely actually
Thank
a
you.
platform for this only, like for those artists who are popular, but they do not have a specific platform to speak their heart out and to connect to their audiences. So this is
Yeah.
so what we are for.